Hello there folks, we're here at the UK Games Expo. I'm here with Josh Beppler and we're going to be diving into even more Star Wars because it just seems to be the season for it. And we're going to be talking about the Mandalorian Adventures. So this one's pretty cool. I've been looking at some videos of this online and sort of learning a little bit more about it. A little bit of solo, a little bit of co-op and all that kind of fun, all set against the backdrop of the Mandalorian show. But for those people who aren't aware, what is the Mandalorian Adventures and sort of how does it work?
Yeah, so it's a adventure game based on the Mandalorian television series. This is, as you said, a cooperative game primarily, in which you're going to be playing cards to various action slots, of which you have to take 2 different actions. And most cooperative games, as you're probably familiar, the good guys go, then the bad guys go, and they take turns. What's different about this game is that you're going to be playing skill cards that have varying values, and when you reach 5 or more strength on an action, that is indeed when the enemies are going to activate. And so the players have a ton of autonomy of when the enemies activate, when the bad stuff's going to happen, and so they need to make choices and cooperate together to make sure that, hey, I've got a ton of high cards. If you can keep the piles low, I'll be able to get out of this jam that I'm in. And so the show really inspires collaboration and teamwork and going on these adventures in which you've got a ton of bad guys coming after you and you've got to find ways to save your skin. We also, in the base game, and so we covered Season 1 in the base game, and there is a few extra surprises. You're going to slowly unlock content in that. We were really diligent about making sure the game felt accessible right out of the box. And so your very first mission, some of the rules are either put into a guide deck where you're going to unlock new cards as you play. That's going to introduce new rules, new types of cards, new event cards, just new things that you don't have to learn up front.
Yeah.
We want you to be able to know the basics and be able to play the game right out of the box. Then we're going to slowly introduce the more complicated content for you. You're going to have a couple of hidden envelopes that have some more content that you're going to unlock. You unlock an optional hidden trader mode pretty early on in the process.
Okay. Yeah.
And you had alluded to, you can play this completely solo, where you smash 2 decks together. It's just something that we think offers a ton of replayability in terms of 4 distinct locations you can play on, and then taking it a step farther, you do unlock mission sheets that, and this is a promotional one that we had from, that we're giving away here at the show called Triple Threat. This will be coming out on our website in about a month. It will be our 10th free mission that we have released for the game. And these mercenary missions, what's really unique about the system is you can lay them on any map in the game.
Oh, okay.
So there's 4 distinct locations in the base game, there's 4 new locations in the expansion, and these mercenary missions can be played on any of those maps. And so when you combine the different locales with all of the different missions, the math comes out to something like over 70 different combinations that you can play. Talking about the base game, we have 8 characters that are all pulled from Season 1. They all play very differently and distinctly. We've got varying styles of play where, the Mandalorian just has a ton of weapons at his disposal. Grief Karga is more about that, underworld connections, right? He's going to smooth talk his way out of problems. IG-11 is he never hesitates to take damage on himself if it helps him, eliminate a bounty.
Does his Saki style carry through?
It does. He's a blast to play. A lot of when we demoed the game last year here at the show, everybody seemed to love IG, and it's like, I can hurt myself and do this really cool thing, to the point of like losing in a few instances. So a little bit of risk management with him. We've got Berg, who really benefits from having enemies in his space. And so everybody plays a bit differently, and you get a lot of variety in those characters. So we carry that into Clan of Two, where again we're going to have the brand new box. It's going to cover Season 2 of the show, and that's going to have 4 new characters, 4 more locations, and the characters in this one are some really highly requested characters. So we're introducing Ahsoka Tano.
Yes.
Love Ahsoka. Boba Fett makes his appearance.
In his daimyo form.
Yes, indeed.
He's got out of the Bacta tank for this particular effort.
He is ready to roll. Yes, he's back. One of my favorite missions in this box is you actually have to strip away all of his armor and weapon cards, and they're put aside. And so his goal is to reach the Razor Crest. He'll then take all of his weapons and armor back into his hand, just like in that episode where he retrieves his armor, and then you're just ready to unleash it on these waves of enemies. And so everything we've done in this game is just so directly inspired by the show. Corey and I are massive Star Wars fans. Just, we've both grown up on it, and it was such a lovely opportunity to get to work with him, who is, as far as Star Wars board games, royalty in the industry.
I was going to say, you also managed to get his trademark small cards into this as well.
Yes, indeed.
Corey cards are in effect.
So true, so true. I think everything that we have done is really in service of the theme, in service of the show, and again, it's a show that means a lot to us, and we know the magnitude of what the show means to so many other people, and so we needed to deliver on something that felt like you were watching the TV show. And from the demos we've run at this show, that's the feedback we've gotten is, man, I felt like I was in the episode, and that is so rewarding to hear. Absolutely.
I would imagine, obviously, with the show, carrying forward and things like that, you guys are hot and ready to follow along in the footsteps of Disney and see what they do, and then come up with more adventures, I would guess. You'd think it would be a given, I suppose. But
yeah, as a studio,
you'd love to, obviously.
May or may not, be in the works. We never confirm nor deny. There's been 3 seasons of the TV show, so it'd be lovely to continue down the path. Absolutely.
Yeah. And do you have a particularly favorite mission that you've got in here that you just love coming back to all the time? Or?
Yeah, so in the base game, there's a mission based on the Prison Break episode where they have to retrieve the prisoner from the New Republic prison ship. That one remains my favorite mission from the base game. Here in the expansion, my favorite mission is probably this first one, the Liberation of Caladan. This was the one that I was really able to contribute the most to as far as the layout and how everything kind of interworks with this one. It was a ton of fun to do. I loved the Kurosawa vibes of this episode with the Ronin of Ahsoka, and she squares off with the magistrate at the end of the episode. That was something we really wanted to capture here. And I think something that's interesting about Season 2 is there's much less waves of enemies kind of coming after the heroes, and a lot more one-on-one action, right? There are a lot more cinematic duels. And so for a game like this, it was important to find a way to reenact those duels right on the tabletop. And so the big breakthrough we had was what's called the duel deck. And so when you do reach Morgan Elsbeth, you're going to find the duel icon on her.
Okay.
You need to be in her space to attack her, and every time you attack, you have to draw a duel card.
Okay.
The duel card, most enemies in this game, you simply apply damage. The duel card is going to tell you how she reacts to your attack.
Right.
So she may block some damage and call in a reinforcement, or she blocks all damage, but you could maybe take that extra swing and damage yourself to deal 2 unblockable damage to her. And so it really simulates an opponent who is reacting to what you're doing. They're not just standing there taking hits. They are defend themselves. They're going to run away when necessary. That's something that has just been so fun to work with, and that duel mechanic pops up in a few places in this expansion.
Oh, I'm in love.
I'm so glad to hear it.
I think I might be diving into a little bit of the Mandalorian Adventures myself in the near future. As I say, I've been watching a bunch of videos. Rob is shaking his head behind the camera because I've just been going, Star Wars? More Star Wars. I want to play more Star Wars. It was very awesome talking to you, Josh, about the game. It sounds absolutely fantastic. It's really fun, obviously, that you've got the base game, and obviously the expansion for people to dive into as well, and fingers crossed, more stuff in the future as well. There is no depths to where this can go, I suppose. So yes, very, very cool indeed. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
Make sure to check out more of our videos on the live blog and over on the live stream as well. And we'll see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye for now.